Hey guys, thanks for giving me just a couple minutes. This is a really important weekend in the life of our church. We're talking about this second growth step of connecting. And I just want to take this time by reading some of the most often asked questions I get about connecting or finding a group. Here's the first one. Who has time for a group? I understand everybody is busy. I never will forget years ago, and I blew an engine on my pickup truck, and that was a terrible, terrible deal. And when I took it, had it towed in, and my mechanic sees the little sticker, and he says, "Is this really right? I mean, this is the last time you got the oil changed in this truck?" And that was true. I didn't have time for an oil change, or so I thought. But what I really didn't have time for was a blown engine. So that's what I think about when I think about groups, man. You think, yeah, it's not a waste of time, it's an investment of time. It makes a radical difference in your marriage and every single area of your life, raising kids or just how you walk out your faith. Here's a second question that I get. Well, I'll be called on to pray. I get that, man. Like, you show up in a group and somebody, asks you to read a passage out of Habakkuk, and you're like, I don't even know where Habakkuk is in the Bible. It's like freaks you out, or they're going to ask me to pray at the end, and that is like a paralyzing fear. Here's the answer. No. You won't be called on to pray. You won't be called on to do anything. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. You just come and soak it in and listen to folks. Now, I think you'll find it's much more natural than probably you ever thought and easier. I would also say, just to some other folks who feel like they have to say something all the time to every single situation, you don't have to speak all the time. You can kind of let some other people talk. So that's just kind of both ways. Let's look at another question. Do I really need to be in a group? Like, what's the big deal? Can I be a follower of Christ? And do I have to be in a group to be a Christian? No, you don't have to be in a group to be a Christian. But we're in the middle of this Accelerate series. And I guess you can be a race car driver and not have a pit crew. I mean, you could do that. So you could pull into the pits and you could change all your tires, you could clean the windshield, you could fill your vehicle up with fuel. But, why would you do that? Wouldn't you want to have a pit crew? That would certainly make the whole experience a whole lot better and a whole lot more efficient and easier. And I think that's a big part of group life, is just having folks around us. It just makes life so much better and helps us in our spiritual life so much. Maybe the last question I get is, how do I get into a group? How do I find a group? We want to make that as easy for you as possible. So I'm sitting out here filming this in the porch right outside our sanctuary here at Battlefield. So if you're here Thursday night or all weekend on Sunday here at Battlefield, just come out to the porch. There'll be folks waiting right after the service. Just give us 2, 3, 4 minutes and we'll be able to give you some information on how to find a group. If you're at Buchanan, you just come right out into the atrium. There'll be some folks who will help you find a group. We would just love to do that. If you're online only and you're looking for an online group, we have those as well, which is really super exciting. Just respond to this email that you've gotten and we'll help you find an online group. Or if you just have any other questions about group life, respond to the email. You got a funny group story, we'd love to hear that. Lastly, I would say this, as we kind of transition as it relates to COVID, and we've seen some cases tick back up just a little bit. People have asked, what's New Vision going to do? As your pastor, we want to try to create as safe an environment as possible. We understand people have a lot of different views about COVID. I get that. I totally understand that. We just want to create an environment where everybody feels as comfortable as possible. And so on Thursday night at 6:15 here at our Battlefield campus, it's really probably the safest environment for you. There's more room for folks to spread out. And on Thursday night, our balcony is mask only on Thursday night. So if that sounds like something that would make it a better experience for you, we'd invite you to join us on Thursday night. So whether it's Thursday night or all weekend here at Battlefield or at Buchanan or online, we can't wait to see you this week for week 2 of Accelerate. Really important topic in the life of our church. Look forward to seeing you guys.